If you think that getting good lighting is going to be expensive or complicated, then this video is going to change the way that you feel. You don't need fancy strobes or high-end modifiers to make beautiful portraits. All you need is a window, a few simple things that you're going to find around the house, and the concepts that I'm going to teach you in today's video. Today I want to show you exactly how to make the most out of natural light. No strobes, no softboxes, just what you probably already have around the house and a window. I'll walk you through how to shape and control light using a shower curtain liner, some black foam core, and 2 basic reflectors. If you don't have those items, instead of using a shower curtain liner, you could use a white bed sheet or a sheer curtain. If you don't have a black foam board to use as a flag, that's how we're going to be using it today, you could just use a piece of cardboard. And if you don't have professional, like real authentic reflectors, you could just use a mirror or some tinfoil or even a white towel instead. The whole point is to grab your camera and start practicing, because once you understand these concepts, you can create great light with whatever you have available around your house or your studio. The goal here isn't to show off fancy gear, it's to help you understand the principles of lighting so that you can get professional looking results no matter what tools you use. Once you learn these core ideas, you'll be able to use them throughout your entire photography journey. The first thing we need to do on set here is check the window light by itself, and unfortunately, it doesn't look that great. All right, so it's really cloudy bright right now. We have really high contrast light streaming through the window onto me and Onika, but me doesn't really matter. But we're gonna remedy that by using this opaque shower curtain liner here. Now, if you don't have one of these handy, you could use a white sheet or white chiffon or some tulle or something like that, or an actual legit real diffusion fabric. That would work well. I'm gonna use this C-stand and a baby boom arm over here in order to hold my shower curtain. And we're just gonna get it into position here in front of Onika and the window. All right, so we've modified our light. It looks a lot better on her, but as you can see, we have this raw light down here hitting her feet. So all I'm gonna do is take this old foam board and I'm just gonna prop it up here in front of the stand and block that light so it all gets taken care of. All right, so we've lost a little bit of light here. I'm gonna slow down my camera by 1 stop. So I'm going to shoot at 1/125th at 4.5 at ISO 800. And now we're letting in more light. Now we can see a side-by-side of before and after we put the shower curtain in there. So our light is just a lot more even and delicate. I might be a little overexposed, but that'll just be it for now. As you can see, I still have this raw light peeking up here, so I might just move her over a little bit to her right. So just go ahead and scoot over a little bit. Great. And then I'll just stay put, I think. Just look in the camera. Good. Turn your head that way. Good. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, so I'm going to use this reflector here. It's just a regular ass reflector. Except for it's kind of big. This one I think is in that 59 inches or something size. And I'm just going to use it here over her shoulder, if I can get it mounted, in order to act as a kicker or edge light to get some of the light to come back towards her. So I'm gonna hold it right back here. I'm just gonna look at her elbow. All right, I'm just gonna move it in here, and I'm gonna come a little closer. And if you look from the back, you'll just watch to where the back of her arm gets really bright. And when it's at its brightest part, you're really reflecting the light back, so that looks great. I'm going to come back and take another test photo. All right, that's just a little hot. The sun probably came out of the clouds a little bit. So I'm going to stop down to 5.6. I'll go ahead and shoot it again. That looks better. All right, let's go ahead and compare that before and after having the reflector. And you can see we've got really nice separation now between her body and the background. Okay, now we're going to add our third point of light. I've got this large white translucent reflector, and we're going to use it for fill. I'm going to place it over here on camera left, and that's just going to bounce the light from the window and the shower curtain back into the shadows, and that should brighten things up a little bit overall and just reduce the contrast we've got in the shot, because frankly right now it looks a little punchy, so this is just refine the image a little bit more. And now I'm going to take it out so you can see the difference, and then I'm going to bring it back nice and slow so you can see in real time how it looks. Okay. All right, we lost a bit of our sun, so I'm just going to bring my ISO just up a click here. And now you can see it with fill. And I'll bring this up so you can see each step. Now you can see what it's like with just the window light. Then we added in the diffusion, then the kicker, and finally we added in the fill in order to create our 3-point lighting. If you're enjoying this video and it's helping you to understand lighting a little bit better, then you're really going to love my new book, The Photographer's Journey. It's over 250 pages and nearly 60,000 words, and it covers everything from using window light and simple tools like we're doing today to advanced studio lighting techniques, color theory, composition, and post-production. To celebrate the new year, this digital download is on sale for just $69 through January 5th. So if one of your goals for 2026 is to finally master lighting and take your photography to the next level, then this is your moment. Just head on over to johngress.com/downloads and grab your copy today and jumpstart your learning journey. All right, now that we've got everything set and Onika is stuck in this cocoon of stuff, I'm gonna back up and take some real full-length portraits, try to get a good shot here, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Just when you get to the pose, just hold real still because I have to shoot really slow. Yeah, so you gotta just hold it. That's good. Just hit a pose and freeze in it. Now you've seen what it's like to shape and control window light. We use this shower curtain in order to diffuse the light. We use this flag in order to block that raw sunlight from getting places we didn't want it. We use this kicker back here or silver reflector in order to bounce light back onto her. And then we use this large white surface in order to fill in the shadows. Now, if you're on a real low budget, you can take any board and cover it with foil and get the look of that silver reflector back there. You can take any white surface and put it next to the subject and get that bounce back. Or maybe you're in an all white room and that's all you need in that situation. So know that there is always a way to get what you're looking for with expensive gear or the cheapest stuff that you can imagine. I just wanted to give you an example today of how to do it. If you're interested in lighting portraits, and the next step in your journey should probably be to watch this video, which is all about lighting patterns so that you can learn the basics of portrait photography. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.